This show is clean.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 708. Hello, it's Mike Matthews, broadcasting from the last place on earth located somewhere in PodCastro Valley, California. Today, Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, the Brewmaster, plus it's the finale of my Into An interview with Joe Baer Magnant of the Joe Baer Magnant Group, where we'll hear some more of his original jazz. And a study was done recently about white lies. Mike's Daily Podcast. Those wonderful dreams of passion. Something. What a surprise. Mike's Daily Podcast. I can't remember lyrics to a song. Oh well. But yeah, we'll find out about this study done on white lies, and then why? I'll ask questions to characters, and if you have a sick bird, I hope they have a parrot cure. Yeah, on the last show, Mike's Daily Podcast, Floyd and John Deere said that they met on a dating website, which really wasn't a surprise. And then the Mike's trouble I had daily with a Soundwave podcast. It was bizarre, and I still haven't been able to get to the root of it. All I know is that for some reason, Windows updated on my computer, and then there was all kinds of a cacophony of craziness that happened when that happened. It would never install the updates. So I don't know. Maybe this podcast is going to be doomed at some point because my computer will just shut down. We'll see. But I would like to say this. Congratulations to the graduates out there. It was graduation day today in PodCastro Valley, and a lot of this was going on. Yay! 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 That's all you hear for what, 3 hours? They read off the list, the roster, and then the guy gets up and before all this, there's some blowhard that gets up there and says a speech, right? An inspirational speech. Remember, the future is in your hands. Yay! Yay! Well, blah 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 blah. The future is yours. Yay! Yay! And then a beach ball goes flying into your head. And that's what the graduation is all about. And then listening to the news, this is my impression of listening to the news. A lot of patriot on patriot hate crimes going on. All these people that are supposed to be pro-troops hate Birdall. And they're all like, now we hate troops. We used to be support troops, and now we hate them. We shouldn't have traded anybody. We should have just let them die. And then I used to think that ISIS was that organization that Archer worked for on the cartoon show Archer. But apparently it's this horrible, deadly Muslim extremist militant group that's causing all kinds of problems in Iraq and elsewhere. And so that's my summation of what's going on in the news today and what's going on in the world here in PodCastro Valley, California. Look who just walked in. Hi, Matt. It's Benita, the rodeo queen. How you doing?
And it's a disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what.
What?
Well, he ain't a patriot because he abandoned his post.
So you know exactly what happened. You were there. You were the person that was on duty when he left his post, and you're in all that. You've got all that information.
Well, hell no, I don't, but I watch a lot of Fox News, so I'm completely informed.
Okay. I'm backing away slowly. Look who else just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. I make the root beer. I'm the brewmaster. Oh, boy.
Brewmaster, what's the root beer that you have made for today?
It's a special graduation root beer for all the graduates out there who are going to be all happy when they get home tonight, knowing that they are going to be going somewhere and being happy about it. Oh, boy.
Mike, all I remember about my graduation was that it was hot, and that I wore a bikini underneath my graduation robe, and that my graduation robe had to be rented, and it cost a lot of money, especially because I accidentally set it on fire.
My wife has a very colorful past.
Wow, that's a wonderful bit of news. Oh, I also forgot today, the World Cup starts, the soccer match, and I didn't know anything, or football. It's what they call it around the world. But the wonderful woman I aforementioned on the show yesterday, she is all into football. And so, yeah, that's why I know about it. And it's in, Brazil. Yeah. Well, Mike, I didn't know about that.
Me neither.
Mike, I don't know what a soccer is. Oh, boy.
It's a strenuous game. You got to run back and forth on a big green field, and it's a lot of exercise. I get a little envious watching these guys getting that much exercise. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm just sitting here watching them run back and forth. I need to do a jumping jack. Mike, I'm going to do a jumping jack right now in my bikini, wearing my graduation gown. I thought you incinerated your graduation gown.
Mark, don't question my wife. By the way, I'm going to leave, too, if she's going to be doing that. I think I'll be enthralled.
Bye. I got my husband on a leash. Maybe Benita was fibbing about burning her graduation gown. Maybe she was saying a white lie. Well, there was a study done in Finland by Geraldo Iniguez at Aalto University. He did this study where they made a clear distinction between lies that benefit the person being lied to versus lies that benefit the person doing the lying. This according to technologyreview.com. They simulated the effects that lies have on the strength of connections that exist within a social network. Their model captures the difference between white lies, which are pro-social, and black lies, which are anti-social. Oh. Their method is to create a social network in which each individual can have an opinion about a particular topic that varies between total disagreement and total agreement. This opinion is influenced in two ways, by interactions with neighbors and also by the average opinion of the network as a whole. Links between individuals can be broken when their opinions differ sharply and strengthened when their opinions coincide. But then there is the clever part of this model, according to technologyreview.com. When exchanging information about opinions, individuals can hide their true opinion by lying about it to their neighbors, so their public opinion differs from their private ones. This Geraldo Iniguez considers this act of lying to be antisocial when it tends to increase the difference in opinion between individuals and so weakens their ties. But the team considers this act to be pro-social, a white lie, when it tends to reduce the difference in opinion between two individuals and so strengthens their ties. The results provide a fascinating insight into the way that lying can glue society together. When everybody is an antisocial liar, society simply fragments because links between individuals are constantly broken. Nobody can trust anybody else. But the other extreme is equally strange. When everybody is honest, society becomes a uniform mass with no major difference of opinion. The greatest diversity occurs when there is a certain amount of deception. In that case, white lies strengthen ties, black lies weaken them, and this tension allows diversity to flourish. Quote, the results of our study suggest that not all lies are bad or necessarily socially destructive. In fact, it seems that some lies may even enhance the cohesion of the society as a whole and help to create links with other people, says Iniguez. What do you think of white lies? Are you just against lying in general? Or do you think a little bit is okay? You can email me, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST-708-Jazz. And why am I talking this low? I don't know. I just felt like the show needed a little bit of a, less intensity right here. Is that okay? Can we do that? A little bit of... Okay, then we'll bring it back up to here. And then we'll say, check out my website, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, where I've got links to where to listen to this show in iTunes. And check out the Facebook page, too. There's a link to that. Like the Facebook page, and when I post a new show, share it with your friends so more people find out about us. There's also links to where to find us on Twitter, Tumblr, Yelp, Mixcloud, Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher. Check out the Stitcher radio app for your smartphone, and you can listen to the show on that as well. There's also a link to the Amazon deal of the day. If you click on that and buy something at a great discount, that helps out the show, too. There's also the blog and the daily podcast picture, all at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. And We read your comments, by the way. If you'd like to email a comment, we read your comments on the section emails for me mail. And you can also email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show, or if you'd like to sponsor the show. That's at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. Lower intensity. But now we bring it up to here.
Into an interview.
Sounds good.
I'm speaking with Joe Baer Magnant of the Joe Baer Magnant Group, and his new album, the debut album, is called Traces. It's a jazz quartet with Michael Reed on drums, Chris Lujan on bass, Tony Capriccio on electric piano, and then Joe Baer Magnant's on guitar.
Yay.
And what's it like to be in a jazz quartet in the Bay Area?
It's been... okay, so the difference from where I lived before was it was very specific about what you had to play as a musician to be a gigging musician. And here, jazz is just, I feel like, a great medium because everyone's so open to different styles and different sounds around here. And, of course, with jazz, you're able to explore all the different possibilities that you want. So, I feel like there was no pressure for me to write anything or play anything that had to conform to some certain style. Now, that said, there's obviously a lot of great traditional jazz artists out there, and I'm interested to see if it'll be well received among the traditional style of jazz musicians, because it's not exactly your bebop style.
Wait, so the bebop style is what sells? Is that like the big thing?
Not necessarily. It's kind of like a rite of passage to be able to play. You should know your vocabulary. People call it their vocabulary. The different styles, and because I spent so much time playing so many different styles of music, I'm not quite like I was saying earlier. I kind of consider myself more of a folk musician, even though I'm playing jazz, because I spent a lot of time writing songs and singing and making song forms. So if someone was coming to town and they needed a traditional jazz guitar player, let's just say I'm not the first person they would ask.
And well, so you are a big fan of vinyl music, or vinyl?
Yes, I am.
Music on vinyl, I should say. And,
yes, I am.
And will this album be on vinyl?
I don't think so. I might try for the next one. But as far as trying to pool my resources together, vinyl's an expensive media to start off with. So I'm going to see if I can get this one going a little bit. I'm thinking about maybe doing a 45. My other group, the MTAT, just released a 45.
Oh,
it's great. It's great to have that in your hand. So I have some wax in my hands right now, and I don't think I need to do any more anytime soon. So I'm hoping the next album will be, but this one I'll probably stick right to just digital and CD.
I'm amazed people are back into 45s. It's so funny. I've got so many 45s. And I don't think I even own a stupid holder thing in the middle that you stick in the middle.
Well, as music becomes more and more digital and there's less of a physical thing to carry, I think the reason 45s or even LPs or vinyl and digital, the reason it's making a comeback is, well, for example, like if you go to the Mac store or you go and get a computer, a lot of them don't even have CD drives anymore. So I think that media is going to be kind of fading out, and then everything is just going to be downloadable.
Huh.
And with that said, if you go to a show and you see one of your favorite artists that come to town, and you want something physical to hold, a lot of them will be selling vinyl, and then you get a little download code. So not only do you get that physical thing that you can have for the rest of your life, and you don't have to worry about losing after your hard drive crashes, but you also get that digital thing.
Man, I hope my hard drive never crashes.
Just have a backup.
That's right.
I remember the first time that happened to me, I was like, oh, my world was kind of crushed. I had so much music, and because when you go to music school and you start trading and you get an external hard drive, you just have gigs and gigs and gigs of music, and then one day you turn on your iTunes and file not found.
Oh. Oh, you've just described hell to me right there. That's
it's like a public service announcement on.
Yes, back it up. Back up everything.
Yeah, back it up, people. Back it up, kids.
So there's not many